it. You keep it in your garage. Can he keep it? Here they go, side by side, plenty of flame. Oh, I think he's done it, Steve Reed. He's got Jimmy Reed with a beautiful run.
2 national titles with top alcohol, now one with the top fuelers. How do you do it, mate?
Like being there.
The 70s, as many as you like, and that 372 in qualifying, the quickest DT in top fuel in this country. That's a big welcome back once again to Steve Reed, a legend of the sport, not just in Australia, but across the world.
Yeah, legend's the word. Spent nearly a decade out of the sport. Former Australian champion himself. Been putting together this operation, and it's just great to see him back. And he said to me before we got the cars out into the staging lanes, he just has a special feeling about today, Steve Reed. He's still very much in the testing stage in this new operation. But if ever there was a round of the championship where this guy could really be a fox in the hen house, it's today. It's given the weather. Now the track is good, even despite the track temperature and the heat, the track is still very, very good. The problem is the air. So everyone up and down the pitch has been saying, track good, air bad, and that is a really tough combo to get your head around. That is exactly what Steve Reed needs to get him into the potential show and going deep into this race meeting later today. But what a way to do it. You'll have to take out the points leader in round 1.
And for these guys, they dropped the blower belt yesterday in the first qualifying session. That is Phil Reed in the Hydrolink car. It's the same engine they ran to that clean sweep down in South Australia. Steve Reed holds the position. He's got the great Ray Ward working back on the team, along with the Motec guru Steve Manning, who's joined this team for this round. Both in the full stage. Oh, it's going to be an upset.
This is what we're talking about. It's up in flames. He gets to the finish line before he crosses the center line. And the Pom is back. Incredible. He's burnt a hole through the parachutes. He's burnt everything from behind the cockpit. And he's just taken the points leader down in round 1. Upset indeed, Matt Nolte, and that is exactly what these conditions can bring about.
What went wrong? I mean, it was pulling real good, and then next moment it's, but that's, unfortunately, that's fuel racing. You just don't really know. We hadn't run to the other end before, but we were in front. I couldn't see him, and the red mist gets you, and it's just like, I'm not going to go back off.
Well, we found after last night, we found that we had a fuel pump problem. It's the seal in the front of the pump had failed, and it had filled the belly pan with nitro, and consequently we lost fuel pressure on the line, and it just lost fuel pressure quick enough. It broke the blower belt, which luckily it saved everything, so in that sense it didn't do too much damage. So I went to borrow a fuel pump off of a fellow competitor. Nobody had one the same size as what we run, which becomes an issue with all your jetting and settings. And so a good friend of ours, Rob Bailey, offered to lend us one of the older style pumps that we used to run, an 88-gallon Rage pump. And so I shot across and got that. We fitted it all up, started it up, and everything seemed fine. We had Reed's first round, and they were super confident. I was a bit hesitant. It's 8 years since I last drove down the track. So anyway, he hole shot me, but we got there and we won in the end. Unfortunately, at the far end, the issue of the fuel system bit us again, and it leaned out the top end. Burst the burst panels out and had a big fire. Unfortunately, it meant that we were out, not mechanically wise, we got the parts to fix it. But unfortunately, we run a Motec system, which is different to the race pack system. The Motec system, whilst it's very good, there's a lot more wiring. And unfortunately, it was such a big fire down the bottom end that it's burnt all the wiring off the back of the car. You know, that's major. You've got to build new looms. So it was, unfortunately, we were out, which is a shame. We won first round. We had another weekend. So it's been, all in all, it's been good. It's been character building. I think it was a good debut for the car, better than the Winter Nationals at least. And we're moving forward. You know, the crew's working very well together, and we'd have been out for the next round if it hadn't been for the wiring. For us, it was, you know, it's a big learning curve. You've got to remember, this is a totally rookie team from the Winter Nationals, so I think they've performed admirably for what's going on. You know, it's given them a lot of heart. Nothing beats getting the crew excited when you win, especially a win against one of the big dogs. So it was like, to take out Phil Reed, who's the points leader, national championship, you know, record holder, it's like, now I had a big smile on my face.